In one of the groups of deer, Sutana, the young doe and sister to Rohanta and Chitamika, realized that she could not find her brothers and began looking for them. Once she saw they were by the water, she ran to them, against the direction of the herd. Sutana, run away! I'm captured! Go with the others! Save yourself! Sutana also explained that she would not leave and was ready to die beside her brothers. She resolutely laid down on Rohanta's left side. The hunter, seeing all the other deer run away, realized that the king of the herd himself must be caught. The hunter grabbed his weapons and ran towards the captured deer, ready to kill his prey. Seeing the hunter, Chitamika was scared, but his resolve held. He stood firm beside his captured brother, ready for what may come. Sutana, however, was not so resolute. She saw the hunter running towards them, and she was terrified. At first, she ran away in fear. However, after a short time, she thought, "How would my life be without my brothers? How will I feel about myself if I so quickly abandon them due to fear? I would rather die than live a life in shame." Once she allowed her wisdom to overtake her panic, she was ready to do what was necessary. She was ready to renounce her life. The hunter was surprised by this curious sight. Only one deer was caught, but these other 2 deer stayed by his side. They were obviously scared, yet they did not run away. The hunter then asked, "Who are these deer that wait beside you? They are not captured, yet they do not flee. Who are they to you?" "They are my brother and my sister. We were all born from the same mother. They refused to leave me to die alone. Such is our bond." The hunter's heart began to melt. Chita, sensing a shift in the attitude of the hunter, said, "Sir, do not look upon my brother as just a beautiful deer. He is the leader and king of 80,000. He is virtuous, tender-hearted, of great wisdom and discernment. He supports his blind mother and father. If you kill a righteous being such as him, it is as if you were killing 5 of us. But if you grant my brother his life, it would be as if you are saving 5 of us." "I am not a heartless man. I too have a family I love dearly. I will not kill him. Instead, I will set him free." The hunter then thought, "What do I care for the king's rewards? If I kill this righteous animal, the earth will swallow me, or lightning will strike me." The hunter then bent down and untied Rohanta's bonds. As the rope fell off, the wounds healed on their own due to the power of Rohanta's compassion and past Kamic actions. Rohanta realized that this hunter must have been sent by someone. "Hunter, did you catch me for yourself, or at the bidding of another?" "It was not for me. It was for the king's consort, Kema. She is the one who demanded your capture." "Then you did a bold thing to free me and defy the king. Come, bring me to the king and the queen." great being, I can't do that. Kings and queens are evil, and who knows what will happen to you if I bring you to them. I will not risk you after I've already freed you." "I see. Then take some hair off my back and show them to the king and the queen." "What am I to do with these hairs?" "I will teach you the truth, and you will recite it to them in my place." The hunter went straight to see the king. When the king saw the hunter, seemingly empty-handed, he said, "Did you fail in your quest to find the golden deer?" "I captured him, as ordered, my lord. He was leading a great bunch of deer. However, 2 of the deer refused to flee with the rest. They came and stayed by the golden deer's side. They were trembling in fear, yet they stayed fast. One even ran away, but then she came back. Their dedication to him made me think, if I were to slay such a deer, one that commanded such loyalty and love from his peers, the heavens and earth would strike me down." "What were these deer? What were their colors, their natures, and ways? What qualities did they possess for you to praise them so highly?" "The leader had golden hair, my lord. He had large silvery horns and a graceful shape. He had brilliant shining eyes and was lovely to see." The hunter then described the golden deer, Chitamiga the stag, and Sutana the doe in great detail, all to the amazement of the king. The hunter then placed the golden hairs in the king's hands and said, "These deer were noble beings. They knew loyalty, honesty, and morality, and they served and cared for their parents. I cannot bring them here in good conscience. The golden deer asked me to bring his hair to you, my lord, and to teach the holy laws of goodness to the queen." The king and queen excitedly had the hunter placed on the throne to teach the truth. As the golden deer taught me, a king must act righteously to all friends and courtiers. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. A king must act righteously in war and travel. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. A king must act righteously in all towns and villages. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. A king must act righteously in all lands and realms. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. A king must act righteously to all Brahmins and ascetics. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. A king must act righteously to all birds, beasts, and animals. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. By doing all these righteous things, all blessings flow. By following this righteous life, the king is destined for heaven. Have vigilance and be watchful for the path of goodness. This is how the gods have earned their godhood. These are old maxims passed down by the wise. Those who followed them earnestly earned a place in heaven. The king and queen were very happy, and the queen's craving was satisfied. The king offered the hunter much wealth and prestige. However, the hunter only asked for permission to become an ascetic. He went away to the Himalayas, lived the ascetic's life, and became destined for the Brahma Loka. At the end of the story, the Buddha said, "As you see, a long time ago, Ananda was willing to sacrifice his life for my sake." He then identified the Jataka. At that time, Channa was the hunter, Sariputta was the king, Khema was the queen, Upalawana was Sutana the doe, Ananda was Chitamika the stag, and I myself was the golden deer. What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads. And consider making a donation to support our Buddhist animation project.